Program is
uh, grassroots affairs.
there are three tiers of government: local, state, and federal. Of the three, one is closest to the people. It is the local government, otherwise known as grassroots government or government for the grassroots. Our focus on grassroots affairs today is on the local government election scheduled to hold anytime soon in Lagos State. We have a guest who is an aspirant jostling for the chairmanship position of Lagos mainland local government. His name is Thomas Babalola Idowu, who will join us on this program to tell us what he has in store for the people of Lagos mainland local government should he truly become the local government chairman of Lagos mainland local government area. But before we bring him on, let's listen to this. Welcome back to the program. Before we went on that short break, we told you that our focus on this program is on the local government election scheduled to take place anytime soon in Lagos. We hear that the primaries have been scheduled for May 10th, that is, in about a week's time, the primaries will be held. And today we have one of the aspirants who will join us on the program. He's not present here. He will join us from somewhere in Lagos. His name is Thomas Babalola Idowu, and he will be telling us what he has in store for the people of Lagos mainland. Should he eventually win the ticket to represent Lagos, to represent his party, the APC, and eventually, if he wins the election and becomes the Lagos mainland local government area. It has often been said that local government, or rather, yes, the local government election is the local government, I should say, is the closest to the government out of the three tiers of government: local, state, and federal. And so it is for this reason that so much emphasis is placed on grassroots politics. We even heard there's this report that among when the figures are taken among those who vote, people from the grassroots vote the highest. They have the highest turnout from the local level, and that's according to some reports. And it is against this backdrop that it has often been said that the importance of local government can never in any way be overemphasized. And it's been in the news for some time. The issue of independence of the local government, because before now, monies are sent to state government. The state government in turn dispersed to the local government. But there is this argument that money should be sent directly to the account, in this case, chairman or chairman, as the case may be, so that the money will be used. Otherwise, when these monies go to the governors of the state, they usually do not give the local government what is due to them. But we will be discussing all of this and more when our guest Thomas Babalola joins us. Thomas Babalola is an aspirant contesting for the Lagos Mainland Local Government Chairmanship position. The primaries have been scheduled for May 10th. We don't know. We do not know yet when the elections proper will be conducted. In some other states of the country, the local government elections are dead. Yes, they're dead because most governors have decided to appoint rather than allow elections to be held where local government administrators are elected. When governors appoint and pick their administrators at the local level, there are chances that the local government administrators will do the bidding of the governors. And it is also not constitutionally right for governors to handpick appoint administrators or handpick people to run local government in their state. It is against this backdrop that there's been a call, serious call for local government autonomy so that these arms of government will be very, very free, free from government manipulation, free from government influence, that is state government's influence, so that they do their things completely free. If they fail to achieve what they elected into office to achieve, the next elections they will be voted out. That is what people have said. But again, some of these things are easier said than done. When they are said, it's very, sometimes, most times, it's very difficult to apply what is being said. But we know that Rome was not built in a day. Nigeria will definitely get there someday, where all of these things will just go smoothly. Local government elections will be conducted as a point due, and when it is conducted, whoever emerges chairman will be allowed to run the local government as he deems fit. If he decides to go contrary to the rules of the game, then the next election he will be voted out. We're still trying to get connected to our guest, Thomas Babalola, who is an aspirant just in for the position of Lagos Mainland Chairmanship slot. And then Babalola will be contesting against so many other aspirants who are also eyeing that position on the platform of APC. We still do not know yet when the elections proper will hold, but we understand that the primaries will be held on May 9th. The primaries are supposed to elect the party's flag bearer for the elections proper. APC, whose platform Thomas is contesting, will conduct its own primaries on May 10th. So we will keep you posted on At the time, before the time, we are still trying to reach to connect our guest, Thomas Babalola sorry, Babalola I got that right, who is an aspirant justing for the position of Lagos Mainland Chairmanship position in Lagos. And he will be discussing with us what he hopes to do if eventually he wins the ticket, flying APC flag, and then winning the election proper on the day of the election. So if you're just watching, if you're just joining us, well, welcome. The program is Grassroots Affairs, reaching you on AV1 TV, and my name is Alex. Yeah. I've just been informed that we're okay. We've not been okay. We're still yet to connect to our guest. We have some technical issues. The weather hasn't been very friendly lately, but we'll try and see how we can connect to our guest, Thomas Balaidu, who will be talking to us on this program. It is the main edition of Grassroots Affairs, where we discuss grassroots politics with grassroots politicians. And our guest today is a grassroots politician who is eyeing the process of a chairmanship or chairman of Lagos mainland local government area. Okay, do we have it now? Okay, we have our guest this afternoon. Good afternoon to you, Mr. Thomas Babalola Idowu. Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Welcome to
I
the
can hear
program.
you very well.
Okay,
Thank you for
can you
having
put your
me.
video on, please? Can you put your video on?
Bro, I'm trying to do that. I don't know. I was on video.
Okay, it's all right then. We'll just take it as it is. Welcome to the program.
Okay. You sure?
Oh, yes, we understand that you are an aspirant eyeing the position of Lagos Mainland Chairmanship slot. Is that correct?
Correct.
Beautiful. Okay. Now tell us, want to talk us through the process itself. When will the primaries come up and probably the elections proper? Talk us through that.
Thank you for having me. Um, the
Are you still there, Mr. Babalola? Yes, we seem to have lost Mr. Thomas Babalola Idowu, who is an aspirant, APC aspirant. He wants to be governor. Sorry, not governor now. I just hope Governor Tolu is not hearing me. He wants to be Lagos Mainland chairman, Lagos Mainland Local Government chairman, the platform of APC. I just fired the first question at him, but we seem to have lost signals. We're having some technical issues. The weather hasn't been very clement lately or since today. But we'll try and see if we can reconnect to our guest and have him talk to us. But meanwhile, the local government is the closest. Okay, I think we've reconnected. Mr. Bola, are you there now? Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Can you
Hello?
hear me? Can you hear
Yes,
me
I
too?
can
I
hear
can
you
hear
too.
you.
You can hear me.
I can hear you. I can
Fantastic. So
hear you now.
Talk us through the process, the primaries and the elections proper, quickly, before we go to my next question.
Yeah. Yeah. The primary is going to come up 10th of May, 2025. At various wards. We have 9 wards in Lagos Mainland, Ward 8 is I. So the process is going to start by 9 a.m. and that's what we can say for now.
Okay, no date has been fixed for the election proper.
The election proper, I think, is in July 12. It's going to come up on July 12. That will be the local government election proper.
How prepared are you for
Come
the
again?
primaries? How prepared are
we're
you
very prepared.
for the primaries?
Well, I'm prepared. God's willing, I'm waiting for my coronation as the anointed as the candidate for the party by God's grace. I'm prepared.
Okay,
I'm fired up.
Go ahead. Okay,
I'm fired up for the task.
Okay, you're fired up.
It's a grassroots. It's a grassroots. It's a grassroots stuff. So we mobilize our people at various wards to come out and vote for their preferred aspirant. I'm the preferred aspirant. My antecedents are spoken. My pedigree is there for all to see.
Yes, I have a copy of your CV here as I'm going through. It does look like you have a strong base at the grassroots level. Do you think that is what stands you out as regards this election against your opponents at the primaries?
Well, thank you for that question. Politics these days, the voters, the electorate are getting wiser, and the system is getting smarter. They're getting wiser in the sense that in the past, people have come to ask for their votes, and when they get there, there's a disconnect between them and the people they voted for. But in my own case, I live within my community. I run my business within the community. You see, my journey started as a community and a grassroots mobilizer. I, in my own little way, I provide some services. The past 8 years, I've been able to provide borehole water for my community at no cost to them. I'm a CDA chairman, and I'm the PCRC Foreign Division former chairman because I had to do that. I have to drop that because of politics now. And I'm involved with the public secondary school that's near completion, senior secondary school that is public. I'm the team lead in that event. I've facilitated street light, both solar powered and diesel engine in my community. So what I'm saying in essence is that everything and anything that has to do with my community, I'm involved. We have EB1 EKDC Customers Forum, Electric Customers Forum in the Idowu Babalola Road. I'm the chairman of that forum. So everything, like I say again, and anything that has to
all this while, even runs his business within his community, unlike some others who only come back home during elections like this, who only want to during elections, they now start coming and wooing the community or grassroots electorates to vote for them. He has been in the system, he's been a CDA
screening that we had, the same
okay, we have him
issue
back.
came up. The same issue came up when we had our screening on Tuesday. So I think these are my strengths anyway, and I have the appeal. I'm the face of the people, and I'm the face of my community when it comes to service. Because for me, I know that politics, when you take away service and good governance from politics, you are taking away the soul and the spirit out of politics, and that's the whole essence of politics. For me, it's about service, it's about good governance, it's about connection with the people, and I think I have that 100%. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. This is just for my own consumption or for our consumption here. How many? You said that the screen was done on Tuesday. How many aspirants do we have on the platform of APC gunning for the Lagos Mainland chairmanship position?
In Lagos Mainland, have 17 aspirants.
17
Lagos
aspirants.
Mainland is divided 17. Lagos Mainland is divided into two. We have the east and the west of Mainland. So 17
Okay.
in total.
17 aspirants. Let me ask you my next question. You see, let's not rule out the fact that the governor may probably have a preferred candidate.
And put some people. You see, we have learned our lessons during the last election, and it's not going to repeat this again.
Hello?
Even though we have leaders. Hello,
Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Fine. I'm going to take my question. I'm going to repeat my question again. Are you Governor Babalola Thomas' preferred candidate? Because you sound so confident that you will win the election, the primaries, and of course the election.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about. I can't answer that. I'm not his preferred candidate. I can't say I'm his preferred candidate. All I know is that the leaders of the party must have done their due diligence on every aspirant. I mean, they must have gotten down to the grassroots. They must have asked about each aspirant, their strengths, their weaknesses, and other traits. So for me to say I'm Governor Sanwo-Olu's preferred candidate, come on, that would be lackadaisical on my part. I'm working. I'm still working with the grassroots. I've been having meetings. I've been meeting the communities, the bases, the cut across the artisans, the traders, everybody. What have you? Every class of people. I've been doing my work. I'm not going to relax and say I'm somebody's preferred candidate. I mean, that would be that would be that would be shooting yourself in the leg. So I'm not going to do that. I keep doing what I love to do, relating with my people and conversing for votes.
Yes, I asked that question because I have a reason, and you'll agree with me that governors usually have preferred candidates in elections like this, not just in Lagos, but in every other part of the country. What is your
Absolutely.
take on government? I said I asked that question because governors are usually involved in these elections. They usually have preferred candidates, whether you believe it or not, in other parts of the country, not just in Lagos. That's why I asked that question. So, what is your own take on the issue of government interference or government trying to impose a candidate during these kind of elections?
Hello?
Did you hear me?
The line is breaking anyway, but I can. Okay. You're talking about governor's preferred candidate. Hello?
Yes, I said the reason why I asked that question was because governors usually have preferred candidates, not just in Lagos, but across the country. They usually have preferred candidates. I wouldn't even be surprised if the president doesn't have a preferred candidate in this election because the president, this is his primary jurisdiction. So, what's your take on governors having candidates, trying to impose candidates on the electorate during local government elections?
It's a question of semantics and it's subjective. Yeah, somebody can say this is an imposition. Somebody can say this is an imposition. Another person can look at it from another lens and say, well, I think the leaders of the party haven't looked at everybody's credentials, haven't looked at their contribution to the party, haven't looked at what they've done for the community. Well, they can sense of like a consensus of this guy will be our best shot. But they will look at the antecedents, they will look at the credentials. For example, I have worked for the party without taking a kobo from the party. I've been the mainland coordinator for two support groups for Ashiwaju during the last election. I am the coordinator for mainland for registration of permanent voters card and continuous voter registration card, which lasted for 4 months. So these are the things that I've done for the party. I'm a polling unit captain. So all these things are clearly spelled out in my CV. So these are the selling points. And the leaders of the party, they will look at everyone and will say, so probably they will say, okay, let us by consensus, this is our best candidate. Now, from the outside point of view, it might be tantamount to say, oh, the governor or this leader or that leader have imposed this candidate on us. But one thing I know is that the candidate that's going to come out of that primary, which is me, I strongly believe is going to be me. I have the appeal. I have the capacity to win the general election by God's will.
Okay. So, what are you bringing to the table? Why will the people of Lagos mainland vote you? Let's assume you've won the primaries. So why would they vote you as their chairman? Did you hear me? Hello, Mr. Babalola Idowu. Can you hear me? If you've just joined us, we've been speaking with Thomas Babalola Idowu, and he is an aspirant for the Lagos mainland local government chairmanship slot ahead of elections. Oh, okay, are you there? Yeah, we're going back and forth with him because of network issues, but we'll reconnect with him. And he is running for the chairman position for Lagos State, Lagos mainland local government election. And I've been asking him a series of questions, and he's been giving us answers to those questions. And some things he said he believes is the best candidate because he's well grounded as far as grassroots election, as far as grassroots politicking is concerned. He's lived in the community for so many years. He does his business there. He has worked for the party without collecting a kobo. And so for that reason, he thinks maybe it's high time for the party to pay him back, having worked without collecting a kobo. If we reconnect with him, I'm going to have to throw that question at him. Having worked for the party without collecting a kobo, he feels he's the right man for the job. He has quality. He has everything that there is to be chairman of a local mainland, Lagos mainland local government. The primaries come up later this month, May 10th, and according to him, the elections proper will be held sometime in July. We are yet to get a confirmed date on the elections proper, but however it is, we'll let you know. And this young man that we are interviewing sounds so confident that he will eventually emerge winner of the election. He's sure of winning the primaries on May 10th, and he's also sure of winning the elections proper. And he's flying the colors of APC, the ruling party in the state at the national level. Okay, let's try to see if we can reconnect with him. If you just joined us, you're watching Grassroot Affairs on AV1 TV, and our guest is Thomas Babalola. We're looking at grassroots politics. Yes, that's politics closest to the people, even why it is so because if you want to really start as a politician or a member of a party, you have to go to the grassroots. You have to go to your ward to register, and from there you now take it up. Okay, I think we have been rejoined by our guest. Are you there? Hello, Mr. Babalola, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here now. I'm
Okay,
here. I'm here.
So sorry for the back and forth we're having. It has to do with network. Okay,
Yeah.
you were saying something. I was
Right.
asking you. Yeah,
What I said.
I was asking you what are you bringing to the table? Why should they elect you? Let's assume you've won the primaries. So why should they vote you as the chairman?
Can you hear me?
No. What did you say?
Can you hear me?
Okay, right now we can. Yes, go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Did you hear my question?
Yeah,
Fine.
I did. I do. So, yeah, now there are basic things that men should provide at any level, at every level. Number one, people should have access to clean water. I saw this up close and personal. There is no point people will be spending 5,000 in a day to have water. Government should be able to. I will provide borehole water at reasonable distance for our people. They will have access to water. That's number one. Because if you do that, you are taking care of their hygiene. You are taking medical bills off the table, and the environment is clean. That's number one. Number two, primary healthcare system, which is under the purview of the local government. People should be able to go to the nearest primary healthcare center and access simple drugs for normal ailment that people suffer from, malaria, typhoid, what have you. That should be sacrosanct. Now, I am involved in an exercise now. Right now, I have registered over 500 artisans. 500 artisans that cut across trade in conjunction with Federal Ministry of Education. It's purely for artisans, carpenters, tailors, electricians, mechanics, plumbers, what have you, joiners, welders. I've registered over 500. You see, our people need to acquire the necessary skill sets to prepare them for the task ahead. Yes, certificate is okay, it's good, but you agree with me, we have a lot of graduates around here. Apart from the certificates they have, they don't have skill set so that for them to earn decent living. That's number one. Under that, our people, our youth especially, all they need is just go to college, go to high school, which we call WAEC here. We're going to enroll them for things like coding, like AI, like robotics. You don't have to go to university to have all this. So that our youths haven't acquired these skills and this expertise. Within the comfort of their homes, they can work, they can earn money in any currency. Is it whether we like it or not? We are moving away. We are moving away from graduates at whatever level looking for jobs. There are no jobs anywhere. We need to let our youth know. We need to sensitize them that now they need to create jobs. They need to create wealth. So emphasis will be on technical and vocational education. And these key areas, AI, robotics, coding. You'll agree with me, the amount of money these youths in other climes are making, for example, in the US, in Canada, in UK, the amount of money they're making is insane. It's insane. And these are the areas we need to tailor the energy, the focus of our youth into. Gone are the days where you just go to university, just run up the mill, have a certificate, you cannot do anything with your heart. For example, I run a bakery here among the businesses I do. I have a lot of CV here, applicants, and I ask them, what can you do here? What can you put your hands to do? They tell me, hey, we can help you do inventory. I say, come again, inventory for what? So we need to redirect the focus of our youth into these areas. That's another one is infrastructures. When we say infrastructures, basically, the Chinese will say, once you build roads, just construct roads, you are creating wealth. A lot of roads around here, poor drainages around here, we need to fix that. And I believe the local government should have enough resources to fix that. I know want, I'm a CDH, and I know what our people want. Street light, our streets need to be well lit. Once the streets are well lit, it's going to serve, it's going to boost our security and safety, and the nightlife, the local economy will increase. People that are running bars, restaurants, they can extend their businesses till 11, 12. So that once the streets are well lit, those that are coming from work, they can stop at corner shops, they can relax. So these are part of what we are going to do for our people. The markets. Sometimes I look at what is trending now in most local government. You don't need to build a big model market. We have seen that the model markets have turned to white elephant projects. In our growing up days in mainland, then markets doesn't have the massive, have the necessary aesthetics. Build something that is affordable, that our people can afford. Move around mainland now, what you are seeing is a serious environmental disaster. From the local market we're used to, and you are creating model markets. I'm not saying don't create model markets, but for land, I think what we need are those markets that our people can afford, is affordable. Now, when they leave their market, you bring down their markets and you build, they can afford it. You know what's going to happen? And it's there. Go to Ingo Market. You see traders lining up the streets, creating traffic problems, creating environmental nuisance, and all sort of things. I know Lagos mainland, part of the challenges we have here, we don't have enough land. Yes, but government can find a way to make sure that, because basically when you do it, when you have a data of mainland, I can tell you for a fact, mainland, 90% of us residents of mainland were into informal sector, private businesses. So I think that is where the government need to direct, that's where we need to direct our attention to.
Exactly. If you allow me to come in at this point, Mr. Babalola, I was going to ask you, I think you're taking it out of my mouth. I was going to ask you, what will you do to impact businesses, especially micro businesses, small businesses, and then, of course, the informal sector? That was going to be my next. So I don't know if you can just go ahead with the comments on that.
Thank you very much. What we do, this one falls into two categories.
Okay.
There are grants.
Mm.
Grants are, you know what I mean? Government to give and you don't pay back. I'm a beneficiary of a grant because I belong to an association. So I benefited from a grant in my bakery. So you have them because they're informal sector. There must be a data. You have them in clusters. And once you have their data, you tell them before they can assess anything from government, they must have this basic LASRA, NIN, those basic things. Then you let them know that they cannot benefit individually because the government too needs a guarantee. They must come as association and they must come with guarantors within the association. So if they default, the guarantors, before you can guarantee anybody 100,000 naira, you must have known the person. The question is that how are the microfinances running their businesses? They run their businesses and they know how they safeguard.
Hello, Mr. Babalola, are you there? I think we've lost him. Well, he was actually responding to a question about what he would do to impact businesses, especially micro businesses and the informal sector. And he said it comes in two ways. One, grants. Yes, he's still elaborating on grants. And before we lost him, maybe the other one, if I was correct, would be loans. Well, we will take him up on this when eventually he becomes a local government chairman. Okay, we have him back, right? Okay, good. Welcome back. Just make it snappy.
For that, first of all, you need to aggregate them, put them into clusters, have a data. You must know who you want to help. They must not be faceless. Everybody wants free money, and there's no free money anywhere. First of all, get the data, know where they live. Do your due diligence so they can track them and let them know the benefits there. They cannot access individually. They must come as association. In them to be accountable.
You mentioned two. Okay,
Hello.
I don't know if okay, yeah. What's the second one? You mentioned two. You said what you do. You broke it down into two groups. You said one grants. So what's the second one?
Yeah, loan, soft loan with single digits. So, and I said, there's a way the microfinances are running their businesses, and they are making profit. The micro business owners too, they have a lifeline. But you must know, we need to let them know that government money is not free money. It's not free money.
True.
So that, like I said, you need to secure first. You need to limit your exposure. I mean, give them money. You must have their data, how to get them, how to track them, and how to assess them, and how you must monitor them.
Thank you so much, Mr. Babalola. That will be all for now. I want to thank you so much for finding time to join us on the program. We really enjoyed your comments and your response to our questions. All we can say here is we wish you all the best during the primaries, and if you eventually mean your party's ticket. We also wish you all the best during the election program. Okay, yes, we just spoke with Mr. Thomas Orlando, who is an aspirant, justling for the position of chairman for Lagos mainland local government election. And then the primaries are in a few days from today, about a week. And then he just told us what he would do for the people of Lagos mainland should he eventually win the election. Okay, thank you so much for being part of the program. We're going to see you next time. Until then, my name is Alex Ogbonnaya. Bye for now.